Hey guys, how are you doing today? I am going to be working on my, well, I'm going to be working on the container mod today. I haven't worked on this mod for probably, or at least actively streamed working on this mod, probably for more than, I don't know, a month, I think. Let me go ahead and check this. I think my last time I streamed this. Now, I don't always stream when I work on this mod, but I think the last time I actively, truly worked on this mod was on stream, and that was January 22nd. So, let me see here. 22nd, okay, so 29th is 1 week. And then, so I haven't worked on this mod for almost going on 4 weeks now. So yeah, it was quite a while. I do apologize for how long it took me to start working on this and everything else. But I'm going to be working on it today. Now I have the Just Chatting stream up. I'm just finishing some stuff, but I didn't want to be late for our stream. So yeah, definitely. So folks, tell me what's been going on in your guys' lives right now. Everybody been having a good time? Doing anything exciting or anything like that? Okay, that's done. That's correct. Posted it on social media. That's awesome. What else is going on? Sorry guys, I'm just making sure that I have everything set up as it should be. I apologize if it seems like it's not that way. But you have to be vigilant when you're first starting a stream. Got a direct message. Just finishing something up real quick, folks. Okay, I think we're ready. I think we are ready. So let's go ahead and throw down the current game. Just that person I was chatting with. Give me a quick second. I want to make sure that none of my streams or none of my stuff is in the incorrect place. Okay, looks like it's all perfect. Okay, guys, so the last time we worked on this, we got all of the things openable, we got some other things done, but I have had some bug reports. Some of the bug reports were given to me by Marks, as well as given to me by some people from the Karma Crew servers. Now, I opened it up to them because they actually asked if they could help test our situations. Now, I'm only going to be focusing on the things that they reported back to me, bug-wise. And I am not going to be focusing on any of the suggested features. The reason being, well, I will probably focus on some of the suggested features, but the reason being I'm not going to focus on the other suggested, purely on the suggested features, is right now I'm trying to make the mod fully functional. Now, the extra features can come later, but we don't want to necessarily do a lot of extra features. I'm going to test my thing real quick. There we go. So, let's go ahead and dive right in. So, one of the first things that was reported to me by them was you can't build the doors on one side. Alright, so I can't build doors on one side. So let's go ahead and spawn in our stuff. So we're gonna go for container. Come on. Alright. Place this down here. Okay. So now we're going to go base building. Show. Now, COT did update. So building this up actually should be quite beneficial. This is something I reported to them, but now we can build all these things without any much of an issue. Okay. So we're going to build the top. We're going to build the right wall. We're going to build the left wall. We're going to build the bottom. And I think we're good. Okay. So let's go ahead and put this in here. Let's go ahead and grab a hatchet. And then nails. Finally, sheet metal. Or metal plates, my bad. Okay. So there, and then here. I really should make a attach option to this. Right, okay, so the person said to me that they can't build the doors on one side. So we're going to build the doors on both the sides and see what happens. That's that side. And then it says B backdoor right side. Or E backdoor right side. Okay? There we go. Okay. Now I should be able to build the back door. Alright? Hey, Integrity Gaming. Okay, so now that I did that, I should be able to go here. Okay. Now, I will fix that, folks. I will make it so, build G, the front door. Alright, so the report was true. The next thing that was reported is... Let's go ahead and get rid of that front door. Alright, so both doors open, but you just can't build it. So, I think I know what the problem with that is. But let's go ahead and mark that as a true issue. Next up is... You can't dismantle the bottom. I already noted that and fixed it and said that it worked. Can't dismantle doors. Okay, so here we are. So I can't dismantle that door. But I can dismantle the back door. Okay. But I can't dismantle each side. That's okay. That makes sense. Alright. So that's a confirmed bug. Let's go ahead and look at the next report. I don't care about the recipe balancing right now because I'm just testing. Generally building more than one stacked. Okay. Items glitched on the part when the kit when placed the kit doesn't. However, I will look into this. Okay. Alright, it did say that you can, let's see here. Yeah. They did say that you can hop in through windows, which should not be the case. This is some great stuff at Dumpgrow. Thank you, Integrity Gaming. Thank you. Alright. So let's go ahead and build the window. Okay. And then gotta build the window itself. Okay. So then we'll go over here and build the back door. We'll open that. Alright. Alright, let's go ahead and close this. We'll dismantle the right window real quick. And I should be able to hop out. Hop out. Perfect. Can I hop in? No, but I can hop on top. And that's okay. I should not be able to dismantle from the top, though. So I gotta look into that. Okay, so we got some things to already work on. So let's go ahead and close this down. And pull up our container stuff. So first off, we're going to open up our object builder. And we're going to open up our buildable container. Okay. Here's our buildable container. Now, what we want to do here is we want to go to our, what was it, door interact? Door interact. So we have it on that side, but we want the door interact to be on both sides for this situation. So now when I go here and click on door interact, it should select both sides. And there we go. We're going to have to regenerate our components. So let's go ahead and delete that. And then we're going to do topology. And there we go. Now, so I could not dismantle or build the front doors. So let's go ahead and see what's happening here. So I got the back doors. I have a door barricaded. But I don't have I have an E back door. Okay. The wall. Okay, so I don't have a true geometry for these situations. Let's go ahead and look at our max floor const thing. So give memory points, interaction min, interaction max. Okay. That'd be in our memory. So interaction max is inside it, interaction min is below it. Let's go ahead and go up with these a little bit. What else determines this? Has proper distance. So we're going to go false here. Yeah. And then what we're going to do in our view geometry is we're going to fix the door issue. So we're actually going to open up another object builder version of this, and we're going to go into our proxies, and we're going to fix our door issue. View geometry. Okay. I copy that, go back to our thing, and this is where I construct my stuff for those things. So we're going to go new, and then we're going to find our, what was this? Backdoor. Backdoor left side. Alright. Backdoor left side. Okay. And we'll control X, view geometry, and paste this in. So now we have our backdoor, backdoor backside. Alright, and then we're going to do that for the other door too. I know this may be boring, folks, and trust me, it probably is boring, but it is what is needed to progress further on this mod. So, If you came in here and it's boring, I do somewhat apologize, but yeah. Thank you very much, Integrity. Thank you very much. Alright, so copy this side now, and we're going to paste this in here. And we're going to check that we have a left and a right side. And we're going to save. Hey, Keblo! Alright, so we're going to delete this. Just leave it like that. Then we got to do it for the other side, and then we have to make a door thing itself. So the way vanilla kind of works with dismantling is in your view geometry, if you want someone to have to look at a specific part, or to be able to dismantle a specific part, you actually have to have the view geometry existing or seeable for your player. That's why a lot of this stuff is put into the view geometry so people can work with it and everything else. Well, that's cool to hear, Integrity. I'm glad that you like it. Okay, now we gotta do the front doors. Shut the front door! I'm just kidding. What I'm hoping to do here pretty quick, folks, is I'm hoping to have this done within probably a week or two. Now, obviously, if anything comes up with my existing mods, I will be working on those right away. Just because of practicality. But yeah. So we can leave the back door open? Yes, anybody can leave the back door open. So what I'm kind of doing here, folks, is I am using a new resolution LOD for my copy and paste work. Then I'm coming in here and I'm pretty much making a new name for my selection, and I'm assigning a new name before I put it inside of my view geometry. If you're ever doing base building, this is a great way to make sure you're getting all of your components and everything else properly done. So, because now what I can do is I can go E door, E backdoor barricaded, E backdoor left side, E backdoor right side, and then when I go to my right side, I got G front door, G thing. Now what I want to do is I want to take this, I want to copy this, and I want to paste this here. And what we're going to do here is we're actually going to rename this to another component, right? And we're going to call this G front door. Now what I want to do is I want to make sure that we name this properly to the config value presented in the mod itself. So we're going to throw the config in here. We're going to minus, oh, sorry, wrong place. I like to, I got way better with my management of situations. So yeah. Of my full file structure. So E backdoor, F right wall. Now, if anybody is curious, why am I what's with this naming convention? Convention. What's happening is I found when doing base building, naming my parts alphabetically was some of the best ways to actually work. The reason why I do it alphabetically instead of numerically is because alphabetically sometimes it just doesn't work out well, and you get some really weird things happen. Now, I'm not saying that it's 100% that way. However, strings and other things don't like numeric numbers inside of them. And it can cause issues later on, so I always stick to number conventions. Now, that's not 100% accurate, but it is more or less true. So it's good to make sure that you try to stick to them as best as you can. Okay. So we have added in all these parts. Now what we have to do is we have to go to our structure, topology, and we're going to pretty much generate all of this. Now what I want to do is I actually want to go to this front door thing, and I want to go to weights. And I want to make sure that's not attached to any of my other name selections. Not my components, name selections. Let's go ahead and pack this up, and then let's test it out. Now, I might have to do this for my fire geometry as well, but we are getting a little bit closer, and we are getting better. All right. I hope you don't mind me asking, but what exactly is this container mod? It's a buildable, buildable container mod, much like these. I can open that door, and I can open this door. Cool. Go ahead and step in. Dismantle. Dismantle the G front door. Okay. If I can if I dismantle this, can I dismantle the rest? Right now, I'm in the stage of building the functionality overall. Okay. There we go. I can dismantle this side, and I can... window. And I can dismantle this side, even though it's a little bit glitchy. Okay. The doors are in sync on both ends. So, let me show you. So, part of me building stuff up is I gotta make sure all of the animations work properly, right? So what I did here is, where is it? So what I did here is I built it so while I am actually testing this out, I could do stuff like this to make sure all of my animations were working. right? So I still have to fix the placement on this to be perfect, but that was just to make sure all of the stuff will open and close. I eventually do plan on separating these so you can open and close each thing individually, but I first needed to make sure everything worked properly. So now that in the previous stream, I made sure it all worked properly and I know that, I can now go through in scripts and start separating all of these things out. Yes, all of these can be used as a base. So, I have to fix a error or a problem I'm having, but if I wanted to, I could be all like, hey guys, you know, I'm gonna come in here and drop that in there, and now I have. Now, the thing I need to fix is the barrel is partially in the ground, and that's problematic. But, technically, I could store stuff in there. And I believe, if I have done it correctly, yeah, you can't see the inventory inside. Oh, you're funny, man. You're funny. So what's cool is I have designed this in such a way that if you build it, now, this actually idea, and I have to give credit where credit is due, was given to me by Marks, the content creator. But essentially, if you build this up fully, and then I go here, and then I build this, it will, is there any way to lock it? Not right now, I'm still in the development phase of it, but, that is what the container looks like. That is what the buildable cargo container looks like, next to a vanilla cargo container. So, as you can see, it's pretty hard to tell. It's like, here's this is the vanilla one. Now, I do need to fix the wording, so it's on this side. But that's what these two look like. So if you were to look at these side back to back, you probably wouldn't tell a difference. Now, it looks almost like vanilla, but it's not vanilla. I pretty much recreated a vanilla asset. Just reuse their textures, and it looks perfect. A couple of things I need to fix, like this door, this is inverted, it needs to be fixed. Like, the inside is improper. But visually, I can improve upon this after I get all of the functionality out of the way. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm working on. So let's go ahead and... Is there any built attachment slots or inventory? Just jumped into the stream. Not right now. I'm not sure if I will, actually. Sorry, I'm asking so many questions. But do you plan on adding more colors? Yes, I plan on adding more colors. There will be every color in vanilla. So there'll be the orange, the yellow, the red, there'll be the camo, there'll be the tan, there'll be the blue. All of these colors will be in the default mod. Now, this mod will be fully open source when I publish it to the public. And there will be a special cargo container that has, like, branches on it, planks, that kind of stuff, to make it look like it's a survivalist kind of container. You will build these with blowtorches. there are a couple of features that have been requested by Minder. He wants these to be able to be placed by an admin statically, and when the admin places them, they will be buildable. So a person can walk up to them and let's say they find this one, right? So when a person builds this, which I need to fix this. But when a person builds, let's go ahead and flip this actually. Be great if you could add installation walls to look similar to the insides of vanilla buildings, including floors. Not sure if temp impacts the vary based on factors. Maybe. Give me a second. Okay, so if you were to, let's say, Minder suggested this, folks, and I asked Marks, and he said he was okay with it. But Minder wants it so you can place these things, and when you place them, they are fully built vanilla-looking containers. So, like, there'll be one where there's a barricade on one end or whatever, but when the player walks inside of them, let's say you open this up, and you walk inside, you'd be all like, oh, hey, this is a buildable container. And then once you're inside of it, you could then tear it down and customize it as you wish. But the containers can be placed in the world by admins to look exactly like this instead of it being a buildable object by players. Now that will be a configurable option for servers to allow the crafting of these containers or not. But yeah. Overall, that was the idea presented by Minder, and I actually like it, and I proposed it to Marks, and Marks said he liked it too. But let's go ahead and get back to what we were trying to work on with the rest of this. So let's go ahead and close these. Don't really need this anymore. It's not out there yet. Kalujari Homin. It's still being worked on, and once I finish the base of all of its features and functions, it will be full open source for anyone to do whatever they want with it. All right. So here we are. Let's go ahead and dismantle the front door. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what people do with it. I'm also kind of looking forward to finishing it. But right now, a lot of it is just testing and experimentation and all that kind of stuff, right? So it did not dismantle the proper side, which is not good. And I think it just crashed my server. Oh, there we go. Okay, my client crashed, not the server. But that's okay. That tells us something unique. So, go ahead and look at this. All right. G front door. G front door right side. Okay. Okay. 13. Go ahead and make sure that I don't have multiple of those. Okay. Make sure we don't have multiple of those. Good. Good. Okay, let's go ahead and check our scripts real quick. So, what's it? MP missions, Shinaris. Oops, wrong one. Yeah, it's MP missions, CE Shinaris, profiles, 141. Okay, this one. 141. Okay. So, container core, stack trace. Okay, that's duplicate. That's fine. Container core. This is the last thing printed. Container core 49. I'm glad to hear that, King Duncan. 49. M-sync variable. Okay, that's fine. 926. 926. Container core container. That doesn't matter. Okay, so the script log isn't telling me much. What about the RPT log? Nope. I'm hoping the crash log might give me some insight. It usually doesn't. It usually is just trash. Okay. Well, I didn't see the issue, but let's go ahead and check this stuff out. The G front door left side. G front door right side. Let's go ahead and jump into the bigger view so you guys can actually see this stuff better. There we go. That should be better for you guys. Well, I got the error. I got the crash after doing that situation. So, okay, that's correct. That's correct. Let's go to the view geometry. I think that's where I should be. That's correct. That is correct as well. G front door is connected to two components, 47, 48. Is that the same for the front door? Okay, those are both the same. Config wise. G front door. Required parts. Okay. So the required parts for this one, honestly, should be the G front door left side and the G front door right side to build the G front door. And that should be the same for the back door as well. So let's go ahead and fix this and see if that solves the issue. Okay, that looks good. Now, I did have this returning false. Let's go ahead and increase this number to like 3.5 just for testing purposes. Let's pack it. Let's smack it, pack it, and test it. Back to DayZ. If anybody's curious, I am running my tests in DayZ Diagnostic, mainly because it gives me a lot more information and helps me overall with a lot of cool things. The end. However, I may have broken the world, so we'll see if I load in. Okay, so the fact that that is gone tells me that there was a slight issue with that. Well, let's see if dismantling the left side does the same thing. Yep. So let's just save it the heartache and close out. So that happened. Go ahead and look at the model.cfg real quick. Alright, so right side, left side. Okay. Make sure these are in here. They are. G front door. Okay. E back door. Okay, that's in there. What about in the config, the animation sources? Animation sources. So G front door. Okay. E back door. Alright, all those are in there. Okay. All this stuff is in here. So there shouldn't be anything wrong. Interesting. Interesting. Maybe I need to just build a new container and see if that has the same issues. Right? So it's definitely not liking to load this area. Not one bit. Might have to delete my storages. Oh, there we go. While we're waiting, folks, do not forget to hit that like button. It makes more people see the stream, more people to come by and chat with you, and more people to help point out things or make suggestions. So just chat with. I know that that's a self-blog, but I'm not afraid to do it. Okay. It's gonna take a second for us to load in. The boy and I were heading home from Columbus and saw you went live. Making good headway? A little bit. You know, trying to narrow it down, figure out what's going on. Right now, I'm having a small client crash whenever I dismantle the either left side or right side doors, but we're figuring out. We're figuring it out. All right, so may have crashed again. Yeah, I think we crashed. Let's go ahead and delete that. And then we're going to go into our MP missions, our Shinaris, and we're going to delete these three things. There you go. And then we're going to go boot back into it. Now, both of the containers will be gone, but there was a problem with them, so that's okay. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and place one of these. Let's have some fun and let's place it perfectly, perfectly right next to this one. Okay. Go ahead and build this up. Actually, don't want to build a top. Go. All right, one of the things that I want to test next, because I found that bug needs to be addressed, is people were saying you can't stack these on top of each other anymore. And that seems to be the case, because it seems to be snapping to a point, which is problematic. Yeah, I can't place it. Okay, that's another thing that we have confirmed. Let's go ahead and build these doors. You fix the placing things on the floor. Could have broken the stacking. Maybe. I also didn't fix the things placing on the floor. That's still a little bit broke too. Alright, let's see what happens. The geometry might be messed up for the fire. Okay, that broke down. Check that. Yeah, there it is. Need to fix that too. Alright. Let's see if dismantling the front right side causes the crash again. Okay, it causes the crash. Why is that happening? Okay. Front door is a gate as well. When the front door is built, it should allow me to open or close this. Oh, I think I know why it's crashing. I think I know why it's crashing. Yep, I guarantee you that's why it's crashing. Let's go ahead and confirm my theory real quick, but my theory, folks, is that because I had the materials to build it as 1,000 plates and 1,000 nails, it was trying to spawn in that many things, which would cause a huge significant client problem, and why it would hang up there and not instantly crash. So let's go ahead and check out that theory, because that's definitely a possible theory. Well, see, I set the requirements that high because I'm testing this stuff and I want to make sure that I don't build something, whatever, right? Well, if that's the case, then it definitely would break. But we're gonna test this out real quick, and hopefully that's the problem. Not saying it was, but we'll figure it out. So if you have a working concept of how config CPP works, it's really easy just to go into any of my mods and change my require maths or stuff inside scripts or inside the config CPP to be an unreasonable number that players will never have. Did I accidentally click cancel? Good. Let's go ahead and test this out again. This time we can just place it wherever we want, because we know the they can't stack. But I'll fix that here soon. So we're gonna build the bottom, front side, back side. Alright, and we want to build the front door. Hatch it. Then dismantle it. Right. Okay. What we can do here is we can actually dismantle the bottom. Put this in here, put this in here, and then we can see about, can we build? Cool. Alright, dismantle the G front door. Let's see what happens. Material should appear back there, and this door should break. So if we go like this, we should get a good view of either problem. Ha! Gonna test this door now. Okay. Yep. Boom! Boom shakalaka! Boom! Alright, let's go ahead and build up the bottom again, and we're going to build a top. And then we're gonna fly like the Okay, so we can still dismantle from up top. Go ahead and shut that down. let's go ahead and figure out problem with our stuff. So could it be this component 01 that's causing the issue? With the stacking? Let's go ahead and jump over to our core kit. We don't need this stuff in there. Redefine to that. Wait to this. Actually, we don't need to assign a weight to that. We don't want to assign a weight to that. We're going to go up to you and put you... And you don't need a geometry there. I don't... Oh yeah, I know why you're there. See, here's a slight issue there. Go ahead and delete that. You don't need a view geometry. Don't need you. This geometry should be here. Push V to go into vector to vertex mode. I'm gonna go here. That. Up to there. Up to probably here. Probably here. Go X. Like that. We're gonna go here, and we're going to go all the way to the very, very bottom. Okay, we're going to delete this, go to topology, find components, save. Then we're going to go back to our core. Hey man, been watching your videos recently. Oh, I'm glad to hear that, Mr. Muppet. Glad to hear that. Now in here, I did realize that I have technically big fan of work, especially building fortification. Well, I'm glad to hear that as well. I'm glad to hear that as well. Let's go ahead and see if that fixed our problem, folks. Alright, that's built. Let's go ahead, slap it, smack it, and boot it up. process of building a new mod or just creating some models? I am in the process of making a mod that the content creator Marks suggested to me. It's been in the process of like a month and a half to 2 months. It's a buildable container mod, base building mod that allows you to build the huge cargo containers that you see at the ports of Shanaris and Electro and around the map. When we get into the game, you'll see what I'm working on overall. Got to play with that, with the building things. All right, got you. Grab you. So I can still walk through you. Right. So base building. Only thing I care about is building the frame. And then we'll test building other things here in a minute. I also did just run into that geometry that I moved. So we definitely need to move that. So that's still happening, even though technically it should not be. Go ahead and build the top. So it's almost like it's going to a point. A point in the center of it. So first off, let's go ahead and go into our geometry and let's find that component. And we can move it actually down here. Right? What if we delete that? Not sure what's causing the issue, but we have to figure it out, because it's causing issues with placements of items inside of it as well as the placement on top. It has to do with one of the LODs I made before I made the after I made the resolution stuff. You guys ever see me pack twice? That's because sometimes I forget that whether or not I fully packed, and there's nothing worse than thinking you packed, going into the server, testing something, thinking it's still broken, and sitting here wondering why. So that's why sometimes it looks like I'm double packing, because I want to be 100% sure. I do the same wall. Okay, so it's still doing it. But why? Why, oh why is it still doing it? Alright, so this is going to seem all really weird, but I just want to make sure I know where it's being caused. So we're going to do something. Don't worry, folks. I'm not shutting down the thing. And if need be, I use GitHub for this stuff, so I can always revert back if my computer were to suddenly crash or whatever. But I just deleted the view geometry entirely, and I want to see if that is the cause of the problem. And if it is, then I know exactly what LOD to look into and how, and possibly how to fix it. This mod and the player trader boost will change DayZ. Well, this mod's definitely coming, and I don't think it'll change DayZ, but I like your enthusiasm. But you know me, I'm a kind of a pessimist. Right now. No, it's not the view geometry. Okay, so if it's not the view geometry, then let's test another one. Is there one of these that are... Okay, I'll give players like myself who build a virtual life in the server more options to set up roots. Oh yeah, I mean, that's awesome. That's awesome. A-frame. Oh no, one should have its own mass. Alright, I'm gonna delete go ahead and delete the memory and test that out. Because it's one of these LODs causing the issue. One of these LODs causing the issue. So, once we figure out what LOD is the issue, we can start to narrow down why it's snapping to a specific location, because we don't want it to snap at all. And if we delete all the LODs and it's not one of the LODs, then it's something in scripts. This is sometimes what happens when you're developing mods, folks, is that you don't 100% know what's going on, but why no snapping, if I may ask? Because it's not snapping to the right location, and it's snapping in the middle of the existing one, which would make it so you are placing one inside of one, which right now you can't because it's not in there, but as you can see, it keeps snapping inside of it, which is problematic. Can I come with a tip? Add possible nails and use planks to build inner walls? Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's always welcome. Inner walls and stuff can be something somebody else adds eventually, but yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing too. It's snapping on 0, and that's it should be doing that. I don't have any snapping features built in. That's my big problem. Is there's no features that I built in for snapping. Maybe it is in scripts. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just trying to figure it out. I mean, PvP has issues just as much as any mod, but yeah, you're right. I am saying PvP is great about everything. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Could be. Alright. Well, let's try the land geometry. I am biased. I have been part of the BDT world for a while now. They're developing with Discord and weekly updating. Hey, you know what? If you really like BBP, that is amazing. I'm happy with it. BBP team is amazing themselves. I'm part of their development team, although I asked them to set me as an inactive developer because I just haven't helped them out that much. But the team's amazing, and I'm really happy with their work. So, go shade at them. I'm glad that you're updating the wiki and that you're helping out in the Discord. I've seen you a couple times. Actually, you're part of the same channels that I'm too. Yeah, yeah. I know who you are, Master Puppet. Yeah, me and you. Yeah. I don't know what I'm talking about. Forget about me. Don't disagree, except we use building fortifications and it allows us to stay outside of base zones. Since it's also a bit harder, it needs more resources. Jump granted. Yeah. Did I get a follow? It's really hard to see the text when I have my pink mess up. Master Puppet. I like that. Okay, what was I doing? Oh yeah, I was going to delete land contact for further testing. I actually probably should put a auto center 0 in there. Actually, folks, if I am being honest about BPP, or Base Building Plus, Chopper, the owner and main the once main developer, I think he actually might still be the main developer of it, was actually the person who taught me some of the very, very basics of base building. And he is the person who really got me the step past what I needed to get to start pursuing base building further. Originally, I only wanted to learn how to do base building for my server New Dawn, or New Dawn DayZ, but Chopper was the person who was all like, hey, I see what you're doing, and I showed him kind of like what I've done, and I told him where I was stuck. And Chopper was all like, oh yeah, this is what you do, this is how this works, and it kind of pushed me past the barrier that I'd been hitting. Because base building, as much as I hate to say it, is a very, very small knowledge base of people who actually know how to do it. And thank God that Chopper was so kind to help me learn that stuff. And Integrity Gaming, I saw your message redacted, but I already read it. But yeah, it's really cool. So yeah, folks, if you guys like my mods, my building fortifications mod, just remember that it was one of the main people from Base Building Plus who helped me actually get past the barrier that helped me go to the next stage of my base building knowledge. And I'm actually very, very happy about it. Obviously. But yeah, just something to keep in mind, folks. Alright. Let's see if I broke it. Ooh, Shocking Dragon just subscribed to me. How amazing is that? How amazing is that? I bet I could have learned a lot of stuff if I jumped in earlier. Any chance you might add a medium-sized door barricade to be able to handle these double doors that are a bit wider? Not exactly 2 full doors wide. Maybe? I'm not sure. Nope, it's not the land contact. What the fuck is it? Yes, I cursed YouTube. Get over it. So if it's not land contact, it's not memory. It can't be fire geometry. There's no way it can be fire geometry. You know what? Let's just go ahead and do a let's go ahead and do a copy pasta, and we'll call you original container mod, container core. All right, let's just go ahead and double check that. Perfect. Okay. Go ahead to our original core, container core, and let's go ahead and delete the geometry. I'm gonna pack it. Oh, I didn't save it. Oops. Save. I know. Save. Pack. We're going to go to DayZ, MP missions, Shanaris, storage, and delete these. The reason why we're deleting them, folks, is because when you delete geometry, it does not like you at all. If you fuck up the geometry of an object and the geometry for base building wise, if you fuck up a geometry of a base building object, it will crash your server. That's because base building uses animation phases, and it needs to be able to find that geometry to be able to tell the player that you can conflict with that. So when you delete the geometry of a base building object, and then boot the server back up, the server will be all like, hey, this component I'm supposed to be spawning in isn't here, it's corrupted, so your server's corrupt, and it will crash. Or at least that's the overall theory I have. Same with your model stuff. If you mess up your model.cfg, your server will crash on any part of your base building. So if you ever are working on base building and you add a new part and your server's crashing as soon as you build that part, or every time you go to boot that server after building that part, it crashes, you fucked up something with it. If you made a change to your model.cfg or whatever, and you didn't make that change throughout your config CPP, your model, your scripts, that will break constantly. So just things to keep in mind, folks. Things to keep in mind. Alright, as expected, the geometry is off. That's okay. I expected that to happen. And honestly, we don't really need to do a whole lot here. There's a geometry to this. Now, would you look at that? So, it's not perfectly in the center. So, I think the problem might be with the kit itself, not with the other stuff. So if the problem is with the kit, then we can fix that. So let's go ahead and go in here and push F7. Boom. Delete. Actually, push F7 again. We're going to go to aligned up bottom. Here, increase it to yay size, push V, boom, go V, here, Y, X. Okay. Then memory-wise, boxing view. Okay. Okay, so then we take our inventory, copy this, I click hello, alright, go here, push O, and go here and go plate C. We're gonna find components. Gonna give this a mass. We're gonna give this a mass. Not 200, but mass. Okay. Save. Memory. Okay, let's pack it, smack it, and test it. Food for thought: when building hinge doors, why not use a metal pipe? Why not use the metal pipe instead of wire? That's interesting. It's an interesting proposal. I don't mind that. Let's go ahead and pack it again. There we go. I feel like a poor metal pipe is so overlooked. I feel like the poor metal pipe is so overlooked. It probably is. It probably is. What is the purpose of this mod? It's just another base building mod. Okay, that didn't fix it either. What is the problem with this mod? I'm not really sure what the problem with this mod is. With this thing is. Yeah, of course. And it should be melted down. Oh, yeah, that'd be awesome. Interesting. If only someone made a mod that could do that sort of thing, am I right? Yeah, you know, someone. So hopeful to build the container. You have sheet metal, nails, and a blowtorch to assemble. But yeah, that's what's gonna happen. 330T. That's what's gonna happen. I'm still testing all the functionality and stuff. Once I get the functionality done, I can then start balancing it out, making fun ways to build it, stuff like that. But the mod has to be finished before I can... The functionality has to be finished before I start adding in special ways of building and stuff. You know, it has to be a script issue. It has to be. But what script issue would be causing this issue? If has a memory point. If memory point equals select. We did go from having ammo and BF through placing your race placement your collectors, so we have another working fortune going. Happy with it thus far on our server. Well, that's really good. It's really good to hear. It's really good to hear. I wish I was happy to see the other day that my if has a memory point. Where's this? is facing camera. This multiple world seems to be an issue. So I got my inspiration from the watchtowers. I'm actually curious. Let's go ahead and jump in. I want to see if the watchtowers have the same issue, because that will tell me something about it. Yeah, I was really happy to see that my ammo making has like 20,000 subscribers now, which is nice to see it back up to that, because Steam accidentally or somehow deleted my ammo making mod off the workshop. It had been up there for like 2.5 years, and it just went poof. Steam didn't give me a good answer why, but I pushed pretty hard, and yeah, I'm just happy to see the ammo making and stuff getting the attention, the more of the attention, because those are my babies. Ammo making and metallurgy forging are my favorite mods. Always have been. Alright, let's go ahead and check with the watchtower. That was messed up time period. A few mods were affected too, I believe. Yep, they were. They were. I remember it well. Okay, let's test it. Nope, it's not snapping. So it has to be some custom script I did. We have dedicated section in our expansion trader for ammo making stuff, soon to add cleaned pelts and other items too. Nice. So there's nothing wrong with the kit. Go file, save as. This will be my scripts. Probably about 2 months ago, kind of been off and on. As it's a open source mod, I'm not putting a lot of time into it. Doesn't mean I'm not trying to work hard on it, just not putting a ton of time into it. What if it's this memory check? Let's test this out. Oh, it's an existing mod? No. It's a mod that I've been working on for a while. Yes, but I don't think it was existing before. I did all the work on the models and everything else, but there might be another modder or somebody else who started working on a similar one or one before me. But no, it's not a pre-existing mod. This isn't my first stream on it either. This is like, I think, my third stream showing people me working on it. Yep. Just means that this is version, 3.0. It's a little bit of a clickbait title, but this is my, my third stream on it, so calling it version 3.0 seemed fitting. Plus, I kind of like my thumbnail. I think my thumbnail is pretty cool. Bit simple, but it's pretty cool. Yeah, see, it's not snapping now, which tells me That's part of the... Oh, there it goes. There's the snap. You know, if I build this up, I'm just curious. Hey, Rugger Gaming. How are you? I built a floor. Yeah, I could put that on the floor. Can't place it, but I can start to mess with it. So what is going on with my stuff, huh? Why can't I place this? Mesh physics. Assign to quick bar. Let's go ahead and look at our config here. Container core kit. Client behavior 1. Rotation flags. Items. What if I get rid of the placement? I know nothing about scripts, but when you build a watchtower, you don't use the kit to extend it up. Just add 4 logs and build for it. Yeah, I know. That is a possibility. I could make it so there is another stage of base building to the containers, but I kind of wanted them to be, you built them on top of each other, not necessarily... You place them on top of each other, not necessarily you built them on top of each other. But that might be an option, 330T, if I have more issues. Like, just saying, I'm not ruling it out. I'm not ruling it out. Sorry, I thought I just got a contact from somebody. Alright, let's go ahead and boot up in it. Let's go ahead and make sure I'm booting into the right thing. 249, 249. Okay, I'm good. Getting a wee bit frustrated with it. It's going to be a base building mod that was Mark's, the content creator Mark's idea. But you're going to be able to build a buildable cargo container that looks exactly like the cargo containers you see on the ports of Shanaris. And sometimes around Livonia, like industrial places and stuff like that. If I can't figure it out, folks, here in a second, I'm going to move on to other things and jot that down as I need to work on it off stream. Then we'll move on to like making all the doors and stuff move individually. I like your method over simple construction. I know when trying to secure a second or third floor with a wall, it's damn near impossible to get them to build off the ground. Yeah, that's because of how the DayZ devs built their walls and stuff. Here we go. I'm just trying to make sure I can actually place this on other surfaces first. Not really sure what's going on. Let's go ahead and look at our thing here. I think it's CFG gameplay. Yeah, there it is. Base building. I guess. See what we need to do further. You haven't placed this regularly now? Yeah, it looks like I can. Yeah. All right, we're gonna move on to another some other work because this is just starting to frustrate me. Sorry, I just started yawning. Go ahead and get rid of this stupid animations window there. I don't think I've ever had this issue where things are clipping inside of each other and stuff. Huh. This is unique. let's just move on to working on some other stuff then. I'll have to really dig into this later and figure out what's going on. Let's go ahead and set up our accesses for our other doors. Oh, they're already set up. Okay, that's good. And then the window accesses are set up, but we don't have a interact thing set up for all of this stuff. Alright guys, I am gonna go take a quick breather, go to the potty, refresh my brain, and everything else. I'm gonna be back in 5 minutes, so don't go anywhere, but I hope you folks are here when I come back. Alright, I'm back. Hope everybody went partying, enjoyed themselves, or whatever you do. But yeah. I'm back. And I'm ready to work on some other interesting things. But yeah, so let's see here. Looking at here, we have a window left interact, we have accesses, and then we have our door interact. So let's go ahead and rename this to front door interact. So I believe that's the front door. Let's go ahead and make sure. Yes. And we're going to copy these, go back here, and we're going to delete this. We're going to paste. So, memory, front door interact, copy, paste. And we're going to rename this to backdoor. Right, so backdoor interact, rename, copy, copy, and then we're going to, down here, drag this back there. X, memory, paste. Awesome. All right, and then we're gonna copy these, go back here, click here, delete this, and we're gonna call this the rename, and we're gonna call this, wait, interact. Now, what I wanna do here is I wanna actually go there. I wanna go there. There we go. Put those over there. Press X. Boom. Okay. Now we gotta go into our view geometry. And we have to find our left window interacts. But we gotta also find our door interact. Now we're going to rename this to front door uh-oh. Huh? Alright, that's okay. Just gonna copy that. Go to our door interact. Gonna rename this to that. If I remember right, the front door is over here, okay? So, front door interact. There's a mod called Z Stuff in the Workshop that has similar connects containers with windows, doors, etc. They're only placeable with editor though. You have to place each panel. Very time consuming and tedious in this editor. Looking forward to this mod. Well, I'm glad that you're looking forward to this mod, Slack Radio. Mod was originally thought of by Marks. I'm just putting into thing. I was actually shown that mod soon after I started working on this from one of my friends, but it looks like a nice mod as a full static container thing. It looks really cool. If anybody's looking for static containers, I would highly suggest you go look at that mod. It's really cool. I click new. back. Why it's doing that?
Simon launch in 3, 2, 1, go.
So I'm not going to be adding, let's say, static. Well, there are going to be static versions that was suggested by the Karma Crew server owner, Minder. He wants it so admins can go and place these containers, and they'll be like fully built containers that have like either both sides openable or one side closed off, but they'll look like a vanilla container, and when somebody stumbles across them, they can then take over the container and build their own windows or whatever, and they can like customize the container as they want. But like it'll allow the admins to place these in the world as buildable. You just can't tear them all the way down or move them. They're just always there, and whoever lives there is whoever lives there. And if I want to make it so server owners can place them themselves, so it's not always the same locations and always being rated because everyone knows where they are. But then there's going to be an option to have the craftable version turned on or off. So if you want to, as a server owner, you can have the static ones and craftable ones, or you can just only have the static ones. And of course, you can have it so there's only craftable if you don't place any of the static. But that was the suggestion from Minder towards this mod. And that was Minder's idea, folks. I'm trying to make sure that I don't ride the line too hard and take someone else's ideas. If that makes any sense. In a non-panel version, so many parts of my build. Yeah. I want to make sure I spell all this the same. Because if I don't, I'm going to have issues. Memory. Alright, guys. So now we have to add all those parts into my model.cfg. This has to be in this one, so I'm gonna throw my model off to my stuff over here, and then we're going to improve upon this. So door interact, and then there's going to be a boom, and then this is called a backdoor, Then this is going to get a comma, this is going to get a comma, you're going to get a comma, you're going to get a comma. And then we're going to put you here, we're going to get rid of that period, and then we're going to call you right. Okay, so now we have our interactions here. I don't think I need to put it inside my config CPP. I don't think I need to put in my config CPP. So let's go ahead and go up. G interact rotates. G interact rotate. Let's see here. So that would be the front door interact. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and get rid of that. Jump over here. Go to our scripts. Here. Change that to a front door interact. Okay. So, what we need to do here is get rid of that. We're going to call this the CC core. Change this. As you folks can see, I already have started working on making it possibly attachable by a code lock. And we can go to this kind of stuff. No, I'm curious. What happens if I put it so it can take a lock? Right now. Go ahead and smack it, pack it, and test it. This is where production slash development speed starts to slow down. Chasing down the bugs, improving upon some of the things. Um, just overall, it may look like it's going slow, and that's kind of more or less what's happening. Is it is going slower. But I'm getting there. Things are improving. Just takes time, folks. Just takes time. Baby steps, man. Baby steps. Yeah, true. I forgot that the front door doesn't work right now. Yeah, I always tell my son when he gets frustrated, anything, you got to eat the elephant one bite at a time. I don't know, my stepmom always told me, you know, you gotta eat the bullfrog. Damn it. Fucked up. But my stepmom was full of that kind of stuff. Love her to death, though. Very nice lady. Yeah, that's the problem right there. I need to fix the close thing, but let's fix the close thing, then we'll test my other thing. Let's back it one more time just to make sure. Sorry, sometimes takes a second for it to load. Well, you know, let's just build another one real quick. Because Fuck it. Why not? It's not that hard to build. Alright. Now, there is no visual representation of this, but there you go. What we do is we go into our container core. Okay. Cool. Go ahead and finish testing one of the other bugs that was reported to me. Okay. So, we need to test the damage system. I am going to open up my OBS real quick. I'm going to turn down the desktop volume so it doesn't peak. Maybe still way too loud. A little bit louder. Alright, there we go. Alright, guys. So, the left wall is already worn. Now, mind you, this is not going to be the health value of the walls and stuff. This is just for testing. That was 2 shots. That was 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that's about right. Let's spawn our buddy Dave. Well, let's spawn on our buddy Francis. Okay. And then we'll put Oliver behind him. Okay. Now I like to, ever since I learned how to do debug mode, I like to go into my debug mode and I like to turn on this kind of stuff. Okay. Okay. See, the bullets are hitting, but they're not penetrating. Now, if I aim really well, there you go. Now, I can obviously mess with the values there, but you can see all the bullets were stopped. Alright, now if I were to be... That's the window. Not going through. Okay, now I add limited stamina to it. Alright, that broke. That broke. Now what's really cool is if I turn on the hit points, I can actually go here and I can see all of the hit points of my stuff. I believe if I actually go into my statistics, I think I can change the resolution to be higher. No, I don't think I can change the resolution for this. But here I can tell you all my hit points are at the top, and then just below it, if I go here, you can see my mouse, right? Yeah. This area right here, can I actually pull up a Gaiazo so you guys can actually see what I'm highlighting? Yeah. So this area right here tells me everything about the container's core. It tells me the current health of the object, and it tells me the health of what health is left. So for example, if I exit out of this and I go here, I'm looking at the right back door. Now the right back door is G. Oh no, it's E. So on the E left side, so I'm going to shoot the right side, right? Windows key, Shift S. Oh yeah. Cool. I wasn't trying to snip it, but thank you. So we can see here that the E backdoor right side has 1,000 health. If I shoot it once, it went down to 877.30, and up in the upper left hand corner you can see the distance, the speed in which it traveled. So I can see dynamically the health of the objects I'm shooting. So that went down to 877. That went to 754, 633, 263 after those two shots, 141, and now it's 18, and now it will break. And that goes for everything. This goes for poor old Francis. Like, shoot him in the leg. Francis's left leg now has 0 out of 125 health. He's also bleeding. If I shoot Francis through that, well, Francis died. But if I look at Francis's body, I can tell you that I hit his torso for almost 100 damage, his left leg for 100 damage, and everything else looks good. Now their heads only have that, but yeah. Alright, let's finish testing. That's the bullet. If you shoot the bullet and actually follow him, so that's where the bullet stops actually simulating, and then but it keeps going. And this is literally it going through a tree, by the way. And that's it stopping. And then we can go over here to this one. And look how far it keeps going. So the bullet doesn't truly travel this far, but it definitely can. But you can see that it doesn't go super far. Alright. So let's go ahead and redo that. Okay. Now I have it so this frame never takes damage. How did you get into this mode in the editor? Editor? What do you mean by editor? So, the frame here is... Where's my frame? The frame has 100 health. But, because in the thing... I do Alt Windows, and then I can change stuff. Or turn on and off stuff. But yeah. They can like draw objects centers of mass. These are the bodies of things I can shoot. Obviously, it can get a little bit kind of wonky, so try to be careful with your systems. I can also mess with the entire loot economy. And what's cool is they actually added in this kind of stuff. So I can actually go into my my crafting, and I can turn on instant crafting. So any recipe I add, I can instantly craft it, regardless of the time. Or I can turn it off and craft it normally. There's also cheats. I can turn on invincibility. I can disable my stamina. I can reset all my stats. I can give myself bloody hands. There's a lot of miscellaneous stuff I can do. So like, you know, you can quick restrain. I can hide hair. I can quick fishing. I can breathe. I can turn off the breathe vapor. If I go into weapons, I can actually turn off weapon recoil and stuff. So if you want to know how OP or how much sway and stuff affects and how little we actually have laser sight, check this out. Oops. Okay, and then I wanted to go here. Alright. So this is with no sway, no nothing. Actually, we can just take this off, just to show you guys what it is. And what we're going to do is we're going to go back to game, combat, and we're going to turn on our shots. And this is without any, at all, sway or anything. Sorry about that, guys. Looks like, alright. So you can physically see that we have a point But then, as it goes further and further and further, you can see naturally the bullets start to create a wider pattern. Right? Isn't that cool? So there's that. Now, if I were to go back into my cheats, go to weapon, turn back sway, turn back procedural recoil, and I were to try my hardest, you can see right off the bat that all those points of origin are from the barrel, and then as we go further and further, it is immediately a larger spurse. So when people tell you that we have laser shots, we don't. That's a laser shot. That's not. That's a laser shot. That's not. It's kind of cool to see, though. This is the hacked version. This is the non-hacked version. Isn't that cool? Yeah, it is fun. What's fun is to be all like... And sometimes that happens. It's a bug with COT. What's cool is they will eventually come down. Whee! Isn't that cool? Oh, there's some more there. Either way, I'm goofing off. I shouldn't be goofing off. Yeah, and you can do other things out there. Like, there's so many cool things. Let's go ahead and turn off the combat. But, like, I could go to my DayZ render here, and I can go... I want to see the geometry of everything. And there you go. There's the geometry in my local area. See the geometry of your own models. So there's the vanilla stuff. There's all those. You turn on view geometry, so you can make sure your view geometries are correct. If you don't want to see the models themselves or the texturing, you can do this. So there is my geometry for that. There's all the geometry created for this. You can go to your fire geometry to make sure your fire geometry is right. So as you can see here, one of my door fire geometries are still there, and you can actually work inside of this. So I turn that back off, and back to normal, and then. See? My fire geometry for my front and right door is off. So, knowing that, I can go in here and go, okay, so my front right door fire geometry is off. And go to weights. Okay. There we go. So, left side, right side, And then I can go weights, component 43. Okay, all that looks great. Alright, I can go here, weights. See, now this is saying that my front door is connected to the right side. So that's causing an issue there. That's connected to the left side and the front side. See, there you go, folks. There you go. However, folks, it has been a lovely 3 hours, and I am incredibly tired, exhausted. I need my brain to rest to try to figure out what's going on with the problems that we had. But we did make progress. We have squashed actually a couple of bugs that were presented to us, and I think that we have gone a little bit further. We're starting to separate all of the openable items. The windows and the doors are all going to be separately separated. And I think overall this was a very productive stream, and it was wonderful to meet you all. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will be talking to you guys next time I stream because I definitely want to finish this mod. Ciao for now.